Hello, my sweet friends. Today I am creating a USA splatter screen wreath. I am so glad that you are here to see how I put it together. The supplies I used is a splatter screen, a burlap bag, some USA letters, some flowers and picks, as well as some fabric, some styrofoam, and some Excelsior. So the first thing I did is I took this outside and I spray painted it. And then what I'm showing you here is I removed the plastic part of that top of the handle of the splatter screen. I just took that out and threw that away. The first thing I'm going to do is attach the burlap bag. And so I just want to attach it, kind of like pin it, and then I'm going to wire it on. Then when I finish it, I'm actually going to be putting some more wire on it, but I wanted to get my arrangement in there first before I did that. So I will show you that at the end of the video. I just have a small block of styrofoam that I'm going to be using to stick my picks and my flowers into, just something, some substance to it. And then to kind of fill my bag so I wouldn't have to use so much Excelsior, I'm using, put some filler in there, but an old sock would work as well, or just some different fabric, just kind of fill that up a little bit, like I said, so I wouldn't have to use so much Excelsior. So then now I just have some red and white striped fabric that I had on hand, and I just tore off a piece to give it the ragged edges that I like, and then I'm just going to form that around the bag and just tie a knot in it just to give it a decorative look there on my bag. So then now I just have some white puffy paint, and I'm just going to embellish the letters, the USA letters. I had taken it apart. The letters come on like a little burlap strip, but I just took them apart, and then I just put some white paint on that and on the letters and let them dry. Now, I don't know, I'm not going to say that this is the best way to do this, but this is what worked for me. I just have a piece of chalk, and I'm just kind of tracing around the letters so that I would know where to put my glue. I used a combination of Gorilla Glue as well as hot glue in order to get my letters to stick to my splatter screen. If you have a different suggestion, please leave it for me in the comments below, because I don't know if this was the best way to do this, but this is what I thought of that would work best for me at the time when I did this project. Here are all the things I'm going to be sticking into my burlap bag. I just have some different picks, those stars and the firecrackers, and that tinsel thing is from Hobby Lobby. The flowers I got either at Dollar Tree or Walmart. I've had them in my stash. Like I said, I am trying to use up some of the things that I already have in my stash. Okay, so then now is when I'm going to start, filling my bag. And so here I'm showing I have the firecrackers in there. Next I layer a couple of sprigs of the glittery stars. Then I will add in some of the flowers, and then I will just continue to build my arrangement until I like the look of it, until I like the look of it. Okay, now that I have my arrangement the way that I want, the bag kind of, is a little top heavy, so I need to secure it a little bit more to the frame. So how I do that is I'm using some red wire from the Dollar Tree. I like to get this. I have mentioned it many times before here in my videos. I like to use it. Anyway, then it goes through that splatter screen, and then I just curl the ends so that everything looks all nice and all put together. To add a little extra decoration, I just have these splatters and fillers. They're just little styrofoam glittery balls. I have my serrated knife. I'm going to cut them in half, and then I'm going to glue them around the edges of the splatter screen just to give it a more decorative look. Using some tubing to make a little bow, and just showing you I'm using some things from my stash. These are just colors that were picked up 90% off or 80% off, whatever, from Hobby Lobby in the Valentine's section. So I love when you can, get stuff dirt cheap from other holidays and use it throughout the year. Anyway, so I just made like 4 loops, like 2 on each side, and then I just tie that together. Then I have some gingham ribbon that I'm just going to make a bow and staple it in the middle. And then I'm going to tie all of that together using a Chanel stem that I picked up from the Dollar Tree in the Christmas time section, because they have, red and red Chanel stems that, we can use for 4th of July, Valentine's Day, or other holidays or seasons throughout the year. So anyway, so then now I'm just attaching it at the top, and then I'm going to bring those Chanel stems around to the front, and I'm going to use them to my advantage. Just curl them with the end of a thin paintbrush and just make some curly cues out of them. I like to add little felt squares or circles or whatever to the back of my door hangers and also the splatter screens, because it kind of protects the door as well as stop it from banging against the door. That is one of my pet peeves. I cannot stand that when something clanks, bangs, whatever against the door. Anyway, I love the way that this project turned out. I can't wait to display it in my home, and I hope you enjoyed it too. We will talk to you very soon, and God bless.